This is Ice Cream Gecko, and in today's video we're going to take a look at different Beefy products. We've got Beefy Roll, then we've got Beefy Kza, and we've got the regular Beefy right here. I bought these on sale at my local Globus, and the original one was €2.22, the Kza €1.99, and the Beefy Roll €2.22. These ones are quite popular right here in Germany. I think there are more different kinds of Beefy products than just these three. I really think there are, but these were the only ones that I could see at my local Globus the other day, and these are the ones that I eventually picked up. Which one I was going to take a look at? I've never had this one. I've never had this one. I did have a Beefy before, I'm pretty sure of that. At least I did have one of these knockoff products from Aldi or something. Those certainly as well. Let us take a quick look at the ingredients list right here in French and in German and in Danish and in Finnish and in Slovakish. Yeah, something like that. Let us take a look at the nutrition table right here. Yeah, looks alright so far. So let us zoom out once again and take one of these and open it up. Regular little mini salami this is. Nothing too special about it. They've been around for quite some time. And this is actually smaller than I thought it was. Maybe it's just because I was a kid back then that these things just looked bigger. Let's take it out of its little hull, its protective foil. Looks like a regular red salami. Nothing too special about it, no. It's doesn't break apart too easily. Looks alright on the inside as well. Yeah, so far so good. Let's see what this tastes like. The mini salami tastes just like a mini salami, pretty much like a boring mini cabanossi, which is something I would describe this as. Overall it's fine though, although I have to say that I wouldn't really buy this just for myself. A bit too boring maybe, could use a bit more pepper, maybe a bit more heat in it as well. I think there are, I'm pretty sure that there are like beefy hots and beefy like weird sort of flavor kind of things, but this one right here is tasting rather, well, pretty standard. It tastes very much like a cheap Aldi mini cabanossi or cheap Aldi salami. Nothing special about it at all. Okay, mini salami off to the side. Let us take a look at something maybe a bit more interesting. Let's put it here. It's not so lonely here, this Beefy Roll. Something a bit more interesting, the Beefy Roll, 3 times Beefy Rolled in this package. Let us take a closer look at the ingredients list right here in German, in Dutch, in French, in, what's that? Danish, Denmark, Norway and Sweden. Do they all... Right. I don't understand it. And here we've got Finnish right at the bottom. Quick look at the nutrition table right here. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to read with this bulge right here, but I'm sure that we can do something with it. Which one are we going to take? I'm going to take the right one because this one is naturally smoked. Okay, the Beefy Roll is something I think I've never had before. Nothing else in here. This is the Beefy Roll, and it's pretty much the same size as the regular Beefy, a bit wider I suppose, because there is some breading all around it. Some breading? No, not breading, actual bread. Let's take a knife right here and slice it in half, or close to it. So this one right here, I don't know, is this still a mini salami? Yeah, it is still the mini salami, but it looks almost like a some sort of chicken salami or turkey salami, something like that. It's a lot lighter. It doesn't really look like salami at all. It's probably just because this has been baked with the salami inside, which makes it look a bit different. What does this bread taste of on its own? Yeah, it really tastes like rather boring pre-made bread that has been in a package for months, and this is pretty much what it is. It just happens to surround a mini salami. So let's see what this tastes like. I have to say that I do like this one right here a lot more. It comes a lot closer to something that you actually want to eat, because you've got that bread in there, and it almost feels like, not like a sandwich, but a weird sort of roll thing that you would actually like, that I would actually like. The salami itself, does it taste any different? I haven't tried that out. The salami does taste a little bit different. The consistency is, well, it's more brittle. It does fall apart in your mouth a lot easier than the regular red mini salami does. And overall, it tastes a bit milder, maybe. It's taken up some of that bready flavour. Overall, I think this is quite a bit better than the regular beefy. You get like half of the sausage, I guess, but it's fine. Okay, I'm going to consume the rest of this, and then we're going to our third contestant here, the Beefy Kza. Alright, consumption process of the Beefy Roll also complete. Yeah, better than the regular Beefy original, but let's see if the Beefy Kza can top this off. This has always been something that did fascinate me, always back in school, later even when I saw it at the shops. Never bought one. Mother never bought me one either, so this is a first timer for me. Let us take a look at the ingredients list right here in German, then in Dutch, I think, and in French. Okay, just 3 countries, or maybe 4. Quite a few more when you count French into it, right? Half of Africa. Anyway, let's take a look at the nutrition table right here. Yeah, pause if you want to read that. I'm sure there's all sorts of good stuff in here. Nothing bad whatsoever, just the best of meats. Something that is fascinating about these things is that I don't really know what to think of this. Is this a calzone in a weird bread-like shape, or is this like a filled bread roll? I don't really know what to describe this as. When you open this up, it looks like a weird cartoonish bread roll almost. On the bottom right here, it's sort of a grill pattern, almost like a waffle pattern. Right here, it's supposed to be an emperor's bread roll, it seems. The Kaiserbrötchen. Yeah, this is what this kind of looks like. It smells of pizza sauce. That is something that I can say for certain. So let's see what this looks like on the inside. Alright, this very much looks like a very sad pizza substitute. I think this is cheese, then we've got some tomato paste stuff right here, and we've got a bit of a slice of salami. Let's disassemble this. This looks like, what are these called? What you Americans have? Not pizza, these like mini pizzas that children can assemble themselves. Not pizza. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but I've never had one of these. I just saw these in like commercials on YouTube, so I don't know. This is our salami slice, a bit thicker than you would imagine a regular salami slice to be. Then we've got our weird like pizza sauce kind of deal, and we've got something that I think is cheese. Let's see what this tastes like. It really does taste like a weird, really stiff cheese substitute. Doesn't really taste all that great, I have to say. It's wheat baked good with 90% of salami, 25% of pizza sauce, and 10% of some sort of cheese plant fat produce. So it's not really cheese, it's with cheese, so it can be anything from like 0.1 to 90% cheese in there, right? I don't know. Let's taste the pizza sauce, 90% on its own. Wait, no, not 90%. It's 9.5% of the entire thing. Yeah, that tastes more boring than I expected it to. It's got a slightly like acidic scent to it, but the acidic flavor is almost non-existent. tastes of, now that I actually taste it, it tastes more of a mix of pasta and pizza sauce, because pasta sauce is usually a bit lighter, not as strong, because if you've got a lot more in there, like pizza sauce, you really thin out on the damn thing, so it can be a bit stronger. Weird stuff, weird stuff. The bread itself is similarly boring as the Beefy Roll bread is. Let's taste the salami on its own. It's baked well into this, it seems. Yeah, this will do. Salami almost seems like it has lost flavor in some way. It does taste like a shadow of salami. It's got a weird, almost, well, unpleasant texture to it. It's too thick. It's too thick for the texture, I should say, because the thickness is fine. It's just that texture that makes it a bit odd to chew on, and flavor-wise, it's nowhere near like the other mini salamis. It's weird overall. Okay, I think this is time now to consume this and see what it tastes like altogether. Interestingly, when all of these like uneventful, boring flavors come together, it tastes actually quite alright. It's something that tastes like it would be better when it's warmed up. I think this in the microwave would not work all too well, because the bread would all get too soggy. You have to toast it first, but you can't really toast it on its own, because the inside is going to be like soaked up with all that moisture from the pizza sauce in there, so that's not going to work. But it tastes like something that would be actually quite nice when it's warm. Something I do have to say though, that this is actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Like, the ingredients all by themselves, they're like not great at all, but overall quite alright actually. It's not really a meal substitute, right? And at €1.99 you could actually get like something else that's cheap and gonna fill you up a lot more than this, probably. And since this was on sale, it's probably, I assume, quite a bit more expensive under normal circumstances. So it's okay, but it's not great overall, I have to say. Now, what are these things like? So the regular Beefy, I do have to say that this is, like, nowadays I have to say this is too boring of a sausage, of a salami overall for regular like snack consumption. I think it lacks some sort of spice. There's like pepper down here, but there doesn't seem to be too much pepper like in the salami itself, which is a bit unfortunate. It could use a bit of spice, a bit of flavor. This right here was just, yeah, it felt like there were some cartilage pieces in there for good measure as well. So it wasn't really the nicest in terms of texture either. Like, flavor kind of boring. Color has been fine, but texture kind of weird. Maybe it's just those fat pieces that were a bit harder than usual, or just because they're cold and too thick, they're kind of weird. But yeah, not so great overall, I have to say. Those are €2.22, and I'm not gonna spend again on one of these, that's for sure. The Beefy Roll is something that actually was surprised by a little bit, because it's better than I thought it would be. Looks wise, looks kind of boring, but it's fine overall. It's got a weird sort of smell to it that's kind of appealing. It's not easy to describe, I don't think, but there's a mix of like bread and some spices, some paprika scent, almost paprika spice scent, and then we've got that salami in there. Texture-wise, the salami in the Beefy Roll was nicer as well. Maybe it's just because it's been like baked for a short period of time that it kind of, I don't know, warmed itself up to be nicer in texture, something like that. I'm sure of. But overall, yeah, a much nicer product, I have to say. The Beefy Kza, you are well advised to not take this apart and eat all of the ingredients all by themselves, because they are not great and they don't taste all too great on their own. As a whole though, it's fine. I don't think it's gonna fill you up too well. It's probably just not good for you either. Like, neither of these probably is good for you. I don't know. I'm no nutrition health expert or something like that. But it's better than I thought it would be as a whole. With the entire thing, when you just bite into it, actually it tastes kind of nice. The cheese itself, or the cheese substitute, I should say, You don't even taste it anymore, so it's not bad. Overall, I would rate these probably at a 7 out of 10 on average. I'm not gonna get the old review sheet out for these. It seems to be a bit overkill for each one of these. No, 7 out of 10 is the average rating for this, with this being the worst and this being something that I would actually go for, although it should be a bit more cheap for me, because I'm just a cheap person. I'm very cheap, and this is still too expensive for me. Anyway, if you've got a question or a video suggestion, leave it in the comment section down below, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Until then, bye bye.